I supposed to react to Kevin James' fucking Zookeeper? Okay, so I forced a total of 3 people through this movie today. Okay, let's put on something. I'm losing my shit. Okay, so here we go. Let's get something jamming on. Okay, hey everybody. I'm gonna lose my mind. Here goes nothing. Put on the booty jams first, you know? You know what? I got an idea. I'm gonna use my boy's music. I'm taking it. Uh, I think I can use these. I mean, put his whole ass fucking name in here? I don't even think he put any. Okay, well, try not to accidentally blast my friend's music. I wish I actually had the music set up, but you know, I'm stupid. I don't know what music to put. What to put on? Hmm. Hmm. Oh, what's the music? What's the music? What do I do? I'm gonna find something good to fucking jam to. What do I jam to, you know? That's a little hard to figure out. I want to mix it up a bit, but what am I thinking? You know? I hate how much time I put into song choices, but it's my fault, kinda. I usually end up falling back on the same music a bit, but it's not like I remember much else that's copyright free, too. Because the big problem is, like, I totally play my big ass playlist of music, my 10-hour long playlist, but it get copyrighted instantly, and that kind of sucks, you know? So I gotta work with what I gotta work with. What I gotta work with feels kind of small. You know. Especially kind of afraid of Nintendo being Nintendo, because, Nintendo. It's a bit paranoid, I know. But it can really fuck you over, huh? Especially ever since You Know Who went down. And the entire channel got shut down. I just don't want to risk it. But most nice, very relaxing music that I normally could think of, usually associated with either Nintendo or Atlas. And the Atlas mixes only last me about 4 hours, unless I want to dip into Persona territory, but a lot of those are filled with remixes that I don't give a shit about. Bit dreadful, you know? Let's think. Let me check. I have an actual music player. That's, I could use that, because I have a shit ton of albums in here. Hmm. Yeah, no, kind of the same problem. Ah, sucks. I'm just trying to think, like, what's good? But it's also not bad for 10 o'clock at night. I'll just do my fallbacks. Wait, no. Uploads. Let me see. Oh, nice. This might work. I've never heard it before. It'll last us a little under an hour, but, you know, that's cool. What should I be holding anyways? Should figure that out first before I go and make the rest of the picture, you know? I'll have to save those idea, but here's what the Oh, I amuse myself way too much, huh? Where's the fun if I don't, though? I have myself a little fun here and there.
The beginning of a new and excitingly different story.
Oh god, the live Zookeeper review, huh? Maybe this is a review to that fucking horrendous piece of shit movie. Okay, it's not the greatest sin to cinema. It's just a bad movie. I can't believe I forced people to watch that one tonight. I could have actually played through the rest of Undertale. Chrono Trigger was an awesome game. Okay, so Zookeeper, right? Okay, I need to properly explain the pain and suffering I went through watching fucking Zookeeper to someone. We had to finish it because by the time we're like, okay, we're done, it was too late and the movie was starting to become over. So we just decided to keep going, you know? We thought, oh man, okay, I guess we just survived the rest of this. It's a fucking achievement. Holy shit. Okay, so my friend, like, has this theory about Kevin James movies. They're not funny on their own merit, alright? They aren't funny movies by themselves. They're funny because they're bad. And, you know, I can't believe he's that right. I mean, he initially only said that about Mall Cop. But as I was watching Zookeeper, I was like, you could have watched any other movie instead. It's an even funnier movie. We just sat there and we just died because it was Kevin James. No Kevin James movie is funny on its own right, okay? No Kevin James movie is actually funny by itself. It's just like, you ever know what it's like to like watch a friend try to make you laugh? Like there was a really dog shit like fucking thing in the shitpost channel or whatever. And like they're laughing at it. And you're gonna sit there. You don't feel bad for not laughing at it. It's just bad. You just keep watching. And it's dreadful. Because they think you find it funny. But you don't. Okay, you know that feeling? Apply it to an entire movie. One that is longer than I expected it to be. At 1 hour and 41 minutes. But it was more, not counting credits, it was more around 1 hour and 35 minutes. And, you know that awkward feeling, right? Okay, apply it to an entire movie. And you've got Zookeeper. Now, to fully explain what I mean, if people come around in a bit, I will tell you just what the Zookeeper experience is like. You know, detail it top to bottom, the plot of the movie, the everything, the nightmarish feeling that is watching Zookeeper. I feel like I've sinned on this earth, you know? Hold on. No way! I can read the energy in that face. Yeah, it's such a good face. Hey, how you doing, buddy? I just... Okay. So, I have to dump my thoughts about the fucking Kevin James movie Zookeeper onto someone because that was genuinely, like, I don't think I've ever experienced real madness until I watched another Kevin James film. Like, you can hear my voice breaking, and my voice doesn't break like that unless I've seen something truly horrific. Okay, you know what's funny? That marks 2 fucking weeks, or no, 2 fucking movie nights, where we've watched a fucking Kevin James movie and all suffered this fucking cost of it. Like, you don't watch a Kevin James movie because it's funny. You watch it because Kevin James is there. That's what I've discovered is, like, the correct, like, rule of Kevin James films, okay? Okay. I need to restructure my everything. Okay, so it started because one of my friends, I don't know who will pop up, decided to say, hey, when's Zookeeper? Just as a joke, you know? And I was like, fuck it. Sunday, 7 p.m. And I was like, fuck it, this Sunday, if you're not doing anything. And he went, sure. So I was like, hey everybody, 7 p.m., we're watching fucking Zookeeper. And I thought, like, you know, this is gonna be a quick joke. You know, I had my stream earlier today and everything. And you ever get that feeling where you're like, I've made the worst mistake, but at this point I'm powerless to stop it? Like, you know that feeling, right? You've had that. Yeah, okay, so once that was set into motion and I started the movie, first of all, getting the movie started was a pain in the ass because it's not Prime Video and others, like the only place I found it was Prime Video, okay? And Prime Video, if you didn't know, is a hunk of shit. So I searched for alternative methods. Holy shit. Like half of the sites I would use for that don't even have this fucking movie. I had to do searching for like 4 different sites before I found one that I was like, yeah, that works. Let me start watching the movie, right? Like actually watching it. Like no jokes. Watching Zookeeper for a moment. Holy shit. I don't think you get more middling than Kevin James, actually. Like, some actors are just notoriously bad. Then there's Kevin James, who's like... We laughed at one joke in the movie, and I'm 99% sure Kevin James had nothing to do with it other than act the part of it. I don't know, have you seen Zookeeper in recent enough memory to know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna thicken up the lines. I think I should have been doing this more for every emote, but... You know, my mistake. I even said I wanted consistency with them, and well, now I'm going thick as fuck on these lines, so... You know, throwing consistency out the window, I guess. Nah? Okay. So there's one joke where it actually comes around. So, Kevin James, right? I can't remember, Griffin. Griffin's the name of his character in this film. So, like, this one lady, he gets a, this is supposed to be the conflict of the movie, where he gets the job, and it's just such a forced conflict, too. This is such an unbelievable conflict, because everybody goes from ha-ha funny to, like, shitbag in the span of an hour. Or no, not an hour, like half an hour. Kevin James fucked up because of a white woman, okay? That should tell you enough about this movie. The main antagonistic force of this movie is a white woman. Kevin James dropped his whole fucking dream job for a white woman in the city, alright? That's a sin in and of itself, okay? Okay, we got that settled? We got that conflict settled, okay. Like, I'm telling you, all of my friends who are watching it were like, you left your dream for this. You left your dream for a white woman, bro. What? No, that was our first movie. That was our first movie night, I think. It was Paul Blart Mall Cop. And upon looking back at it, it's the same exact thing. It's not funny in the right ways. It sucks at trying to actually be funny. But it's just so unfunny. You just end up laughing. It reverts. Psychological effect. Okay. Yeah, no. We watched that one our first movie night. If you want to indulge in more movie nights, here you go. If you want to indulge in the next one, whatever that is, I'm probably gonna do more of them, just because, like, sometimes I have nights that I'm just like, man, I'm not doing anything today, and I don't want to be bored as fuck, so movie night. Yeah, if you ever want to travel on the movie train, there's the offer. Oh, Lord in heaven. I might actually go over this one again real quick. I still can't believe the main fucking conflict is over a white woman. God damn it. This is why they ain't worth it, I'm telling you. What white women do to you? They take you away from your dream job and make the gorilla mad at you. Okay, so like I was saying about the one good joke of the movie. Also, yeah, that's a plot point. Like, it barely comes up. But, like, one of the fucking zookeepers abused the gorilla and also changed the habitat, and he's depressed. And, like, why would you put that in a comedy movie? There's a scene that is completely played serious after Kevin James leaves, where that one zookeeper from before it comes back and, like, fucking apparently pepper sprays the gorilla. Okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself. So, when Kevin James goes to his new job, he's like, goes up to the guy, and he's like, I know what you did to that gorilla. If you do that again, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you in front of your mother. Referring to the abuse, right? He still cares about those damn animals. He's just going to a new job because he wants to appease a white woman? I can't get over that. I can't get over the main fucking conflict of this movie being over a white woman. It's like, bro, why? She ain't worth it. And she wasn't worth it. The entire movie's everything was so fucking obvious. But it was just so painful to sit through that I felt numb. I keep getting ahead of myself. Trying to talk about... Oh, wow, my fucking bot decided to double add the Discord. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to talk about the one joke that worked in this movie, but I can't get... Because I keep getting sidetracked by stupid shit in the movie. I can't talk about the actual fucking movie itself. But, let me tell you, the one joke that worked. So, it's during the, like, major conflict of the movie when he's leaving. And he said that, right? So, then, you know, like I said, the fucking zookeeper from before, does the thing to the gorilla. And then, like, during the climax, or, like, the ending, when Kevin James finds out that, like, the gorilla is fucking got pepper sprayed, he goes, like, while he's fucking getting to, the other woman of the film, the obvious love interest, who starts out as a setup, but of course, as we know, falls in love with Kevin fucking James. Just like every other fucking movie with this kind of plot. And then he goes and fucking actually does go to his house, like goes to his, and then greets his mom, walks up to his room, and then actually kicks him into the fucking wall. And that was the one good joke of the movie. Because it came around. All the other jokes were like quite possibly the most lowest fucking possible types of jokes you could ever think of in your life. It had all the fucking types of like dog shit jokes that you could think of, right? Okay. I'm going on... This is way too passionate of a ramble. Fucking Adam Sandler's Zookeeper. But I can't help it. It's like deteriorating my soul, this movie. I try not to think about it after finishing it, but I was so fucked up by it that I wanted to do a review of it, basically. Just an impromptu, this movie is quite possibly garbage review of it. I felt insulted watching it, I'm not gonna lie, for some reason. Like, I'd probably actually assault somebody if they made me... I don't blame somebody if they wanted to come and punch the shit out of me for making them watch Kevin James's fucking Zookeeper. Okay? I feel like I'm going a fucking Joker. I shouldn't be going Joker mode over a fucking Kevin James movie. But it was between this and fucking Grown Ups. Or another round of Madagascar 3, which no thank you. Okay. Not just because the one joke that worked. There were like 50... For the one joke that worked, every other joke in the film did not. Like, tell me like one type of joke you can think of that would go into a movie that you would think was directed by Kevin James, and I can tell you it was probably there. I already put that much effort into talking about this movie already. Give me a second to recollect myself. And you can ask me anything about this fucking film. I promise you. Now go ahead. Ask. Ask a fucking way. Come on, it's only 10:30. I got time. If I can summarize it in any way, it was a Kevin James film. I also think I might just go full force into this voice. Like, use it, like, everywhere. Except in, like, really, really relaxed places where everybody knows me, because... Holy fuck. You could put neon sign in front of people and they still wouldn't know. It waters so bad. Oh god, I've already been going for this long, huh? Okay, I'm gonna go get some water. Be right back. I could make something for getting water at some point. Just to say, hey, I'm out for water. I'll be right back. Trigger music, you know it. Alright. Also, I'm back. Well, the ice cream, too. It's good. I want to change it up from the usual Atlas mix I basically have. You know, sugar. It's fucking good. I mean, what else do you want me to say? I amuse myself a little too much, huh? Shit, are we already that close to the end of the fucking album? Oh, shit. We're a little while away, but... Apparently this is an official album, too, which is kind of crazy. But you can't, like, find it again, which is kind of funny. Yep. Kind of crazy, you know?
Let's rock,
Oh,
baby.
shit. Oh, yo, Seth, what's good, buddy? What's good, funny man? What's up? The guy I cook meth with. What's up, buddy? I'm busy making emotes and feeling like my soul has been destroyed by Kevin James himself. Might as well change this title because it's less a review and more insanity. No, you're gonna cook some DP compost meth with that. Damn, alright, have fun. Well, I'll be right here. That kind of reminds me I should set up the whole games thing again, but... I might just remove all those big-ass rolls because I don't really need them. All I need is just stuff to throw pings at people for. Right now, I'm just messing around with this. Wonderful emotes. Then I'm probably gonna make some little icons just for, you know, when I go out and... Because, you know, I get water a lot. I don't want to change to the BRB screen too much, but... At the same time, I get water so much that I feel like it could be useful. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, Seth and I basically watched all of Breaking Bad together. Like, here's the reason I made it through season 2, or not season 2, I didn't get to season 2 yet. I made it to season 2, but I haven't started watching it. I made it through episode 2 because of him. And ever since then, we've been crack buddies. So we've been meth buddies. You know, I'm almost in disbelief nobody else has taken advantage of the idea of having a fucking troll face emote. You know, I'm tired of standard kinds of emotes. That's why I make these stupid ones. They're funny to me, so... Yeah, the album's gonna be over soon, huh? I'll add elements of chaos like that one later. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. You know, I know there were a total of 2 people, but it's better than none, you know? The company's appreciated. None of these open spaces can look good. That's what fucks it up. Make it a little thick up here, maybe. This isn't supposed to look nice. This is supposed to be something for me. I hope this has the right energy I'm looking for. Problem? There's something still eternally funny about this stupid fucking face, and I'm so glad it survived for so long. And there's no reason not to love the thing. What about history? I just got an idea. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't think of this before. That's what I can do with the click emotes. So not only are they usable in other contexts, they're a fucking reference to click. This might be it. This might be my best decision in life yet. I feel like I could make something cute, though. I'm gonna go to the third file, though, which has other fun ones. I made a lot of ideas. And that's having something, you know, cute for when I go out to get water.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
I've just been messing around in here. I just got done treating everyone to a terrible movie.
Oh, oh, you were streaming?
Yep,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was.
not
Oh,
so
I
cool.
thought. Yeah, I'm just doing
We can
homework
talk
right
later if
now.
you want.
Okay. Yeah, sure, honey.
See you later.
Take
If you
care.
want. I don't
Love
know. I don't
you.
want to distract you while you're doing homework, so go do that, I think.
All right. I
Zombie
love you,
problem
honey.
soon. Alright, love you too. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
You too. See. A lot of mixes, huh? I'm sure they don't mind. Oh, I'm fucking sweating today. Jesus. I don't do chibis that well, honestly. Not really my strong suit. I'm gonna try my best, but it's gonna look a little weird still either way. That arm looks weird too. Okay, hold on. I feel like I can lower down the entire face. I don't know, something about chibis has just never been able to click with me that well. It might just be me. Honestly, I kind of want to redo one dude's commissions because I'm a little not proud of them. So I kind of want to run them back at some point later. Not tonight, of course. Tonight's my time, you know? My time. Oh, also, yo, Toddy, if you want if you want to come in here, you can always just ask, by the way. I trust you enough to feature. It's really like an open collab spot for anyone I like enough to enter, you know? I trust you enough. Yes, if you're wondering, that was my girlfriend. She didn't know. Yeah, if you wanna shoot the shit, come on in. I don't mind. I like the company. Who needs appreciated, buddy? So don't hesitate if you want. Like I said, it's funny to say stupid shit, you know? Now this I'm gonna need a bit of help for real quick. So, memory, holy shit, Brian Griffin died in 2013? Gonna need to do a bit of working with this one. No, it was even smaller on the body end for a chibi. So like really big, weird, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man size. I think smaller. Yeah, that should do it. Like I said, I've never been that good with chibis, so... The post-Zookeeper stress disorder setting in. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it fucking is. I'll tell you that much. I feel like I'm gonna lose my shit thinking about it still. Okay, I need at least a little room for the... And that's my OC up there. Let me close that. I was doing probably gonna do a few doodles with them, but I'm not tonight. It's a bit fucked tonight, because Zookeeper fucked me up. Ice cream's good, by the way. Lord in heaven. Ah, it's looking wonderful, isn't it? How goes it? Oh, it's going all right. Thanks for asking. Oh, I forgot the tail. Shit. I'll pretend that that's integrated later. You know, it's funny, I can't believe... Actually, no, I can totally believe that I thoroughly enjoyed more a movie about Sonic the fucking Hedgehog than anything Kevin James has made. I'm gonna say that much. Okay, can we... Wonder what to... Oh yeah, it's a little late for dinner. Sonic's also peak, and yeah, true. Fuck, that Sonic movie was kind of peak. I'm not gonna lie with you. Okay, it wasn't peak, but damn, that shit was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie with you. Like, I went and saw it and thoroughly enjoyed it as an adult woman. My friend with me, an adult man, also thoroughly enjoyed it. But you know, it's no Morbius sweep, so you know. I'm so sorry, but I still love the concept of us all collectively, like, gassing up this fucking movie. This dog shit movie. This doggy doo-doo fucking movie. It's kind of fucking hilarious to me. Undertale lore? Shit. Okay, let me give you a piece of it. What haven't I said? Oh yeah, did you know that nobody actually knows the origins of Sans and Papyrus? And that many people are theorizing they come from Deltarune, because in the crossword puzzle that Sans puts out for you as his one and only trap, Icy's Icy's Pizza has no, like, known existence outside of Deltarune. And its only note is in Undertale. And the shopkeep lady says one day Sans and Papyrus just kind of showed up. Very interesting. I don't know if that very interesting was forced on my end or not. Hope you enjoyed that piece of Undertale lore. Yeah, this little thing I'm making is... Well, solely for moments when I go and crawl on the fucking floor. Well, not solely, but usually gonna be used when I crawl on the floor. But also, this is how I feel after finishing fucking Zookeeper. Genuinely dead. Oh, story of Undertale. Oh, yeah, no, Undertale itself is pretty decently big for being such a short game. But Deltarune is shaping up to be even better. Finish? Undertale or Deltarune? Because yes to both, but I'm doing a fucking Undertale playthrough on the channel. Wait. No, wait. Now I know why you said got it. That's the redeem for the entire story of Undertale. Okay. Well, let me start. Okay. Actually, I forgot my water downstairs. Give me 5 seconds and I'm gonna be right back up. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so... The story of Undertale starts long ago with a war between monsters and humans. And, as is told, the humans won and pushed the monsters back into the underground, sealing them with the barrier. Now, monsters could never escape up onto the surface again. But, on the top of Mount Ebot, there's a hole where you can accidentally fall into the underground. So... 6 human children, before the events of the story, fell underground. The first one was treated with loving care, made friends with the child. Oh no, wait, hold on. This takes place a little before the barrier, right? Okay, so rewind. Where does it start? Until So, first human, fall. The first fallen human... Wait, no, does it? Ah, my timeline's confused, whatever. So, first human, becomes a part of the Dreamer family. And, in particular, befriends Azrael. Now... now... Okay, fuck, now... My head's fucking spinning. So now... The first human... after befriending Azrael, falls deathly ill because they're allergic to fucking buttercups. Okay? So they become deathly ill. And then... they end up dying. And Azrael, the child of Asgore and Toriel Dreamer, runs outside to try and get help for the human, and ends up killed by human. And from that day forth, Asgore gets really mad and wants to break the barrier. And then eventually wants to break the barrier with human souls. Because those are the things strong enough to break the barrier. And Toriel is like, hey, don't fucking kill kids. So they end up divorcing. Because they were king and queen of the underground, but Toriel left that life because she didn't agree with Asgore. Because he was murdering fucking kids. Go figure. But anyways, Toriel takes up her position in home. While the other monsters go further into the underground and reach new homes. Some of them stay in Snowdin Town. Some of them move to the waterfall. Some of them move to Hotland. Etc. Now, during what happens with the first human and the conflict, Asriel's body is planted underneath a bunch of buttercup flowers. Alright? And then he reverts into a small little flower named Flowey. Meanwhile, the first human can either end up laying dormant or resurrecting, depending on what path you take in genocide or pacifist. The Raptor's drunk. I have zero reason to deal with this chat today. Yeah, that makes sense. Have fun letting them loose. Good to know, we're vibing, yep. So anyways. Then, 5 other humans follow. Each of them representing a different, each of them representing something different. Patience, strength, yada yada. Is there one that's strength? I don't remember. It's been a while. I've remembered every single detail about them. So, afterwards, you are the 7th fallen child who ends up falling into the underground. Oh, yeah, and also, never mind. First, before that, we have to go over someone important, known as W.D. Gaster. Now, Gaster, not much is known about him, except he was the royal scientist before another character, you'll see. He was the royal scientist who fell into his own creation, known as the Core, and ended up being split across time and space. But, you know, it's rude to talk too much about someone. After all, he's watching. But, W.D. Gaster, we don't know too much about him. All we know is the man who speaks in hands, because his font is Wingdings. Now, isn't that interesting? W.D. Gaster, Wingdings Gaster. Most likely. Never been confirmed. It's never been denied. W.D. Gaster is a very mysterious man, to be honest with you. I mean, we don't know that much about him at all. You know? But back to this. So, then, out of nowhere, the Skeleton Brothers appear. Sans and Papyrus. We also have Undine, a member of the Royal Guard. They don't actually know a lot about her past, huh? Yeah, we don't, huh? But anyways, so we continue our adventure, and now we finally get to the start of the game. Let's see, I've talked about Gaster. Is there anything else I haven't explained? I've talked about the events of Azrael Dreamer, and Death. Death of the first human, death of the other 5 humans. All of them coming in, trying to go home, and Asgore kills them. Let's see. So. Let's release a labyrinth and shut the fuck up. Anyway. I'm detailing the entire story of Undertale right now. Okay, so we get to the part where you start the game. You're another child who falls down the hole of Mount Ebot. Land on the flower patch, and the first person you meet is a little flower named Flowey. Now, I already said who it is, so no surprise there. But he tells you that the underground is full of, you know, you gotta earn love in order to grow stronger. Or level. LV. And he tries to tell you, hey, out here we share friendship through friendliness pellets. They're projectiles. You know, everybody knows the twist, but, you know, a little fun. A little fun to have it on my own, you know. Little doozy. I just stuck my hand in my fucking ice cream by accident. Anyways. Yeah, someone cashed in Story of Undertale. We just got to the start of the game. Because I had to detail the story of Azrael Dreamer, the first 5 humans, and W.D. Gaster, the Skeleton Brothers randomly appearing. Is there anything else I missed? I also detailed Toriel and Asgore's divorce. No, I think we're good for now. So, you, as a human, fell into the underground. Now, you have 2 choices. Once you get to the underground, after Flowey's rude introduction, you meet Toriel, the goat mom. And Toriel is very sweet and compassionate. Now, once you're in here, you have 2 choices of how you want to fight, really. You can either fight physically with violence, or you can fight with mercy and compassion. Now, fighting fully violent leads to a very different story than fighting pacifist. So, I'll be doing my best attempt to detail both. Now, once you're in the underground, and Toriel shows you through the ruins, you get introduced on how to fight. Now, you can either fight with mercy or violence, like was said before. And so, you can choose to befriend all the monsters in the ruins, which is where you landed and Toriel's home. Or, you can go and clear out the entire fucking ruins. killing every last thing in there and making sure you exhaust how many fucking monsters are dead. Choice is yours. Not fun to grind out that many monsters, but you could do it. I mean, after all, someone has to. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So, once you get through the ruins, either fighting your way, going through puzzles, or well, no. First, you still got it a little bit by Toriel, who tells you that she wants to protect, who tries protecting you and babying you through all the puzzles, but then eventually has to go prepare something. She expects you to wait, and you kind of leave. Here's a fun fact, though. If you stay around in the room where she gives you the cell phone for long enough, she'll call you up and tell you that things are going, but they're taking longer than usual. But then the dog steals your phone. Yeah. This has no impact on gameplay, I just think it's still a great little fucking detail. One of my favorites, in fact. Because, you know how in most games when someone tells you to wait there, you wait there as long as you fucking please, and nothing happens yet. Yeah, you know. You can just fucking dip. Or you can wait, and then watch Toriel's phone get eaten by a dog, and then in that case you end up having to go. So you get through... Then, at that point, you start being able to get through puzzles and fights on your own. Because earlier, Toriel would scare all the monsters off that encountered you. But here, you have free reign to pick how you fight. So, fight or not, you still get the same outcome for now. You finally get to home. Toriel greets you, you go inside. You can explore around a bit. Find out a lot of things, actually, from it. Even get your own room. And she gives you a butterscotch cinnamon pie. A delightful little treat. And also your best healing item. But either way you've done it, whether you've been fucking murdering the underground for now, or you've been sparing everything, the smallest little... For now, you only get small little details, such as your level going up, gaining EXP, which you never gain a single bit of EXP if you're playing Pacifist. Not one. But you get there, and eventually, after enough exploring around, you tell Toriel you want to go home. You want to leave the underground. Right? And she tells you to hear a moment. You follow her down into the exit of the ruins. But she wants to destroy the door so nobody can ever leave the ruins again. Because she's afraid that what happened to every other child would happen to you again. So, in order to prove yourself, she fights you. And also, here's another fun fact. If you get to low health, she actually starts... we'll get to those too soon. Don't worry, don't worry. Here's a fun fact. If you get low enough health, she actually intentionally makes your She actually intentionally veers her projectiles away from you. But you can still get hit by them. And if you do get hit by those projectiles, she actually has a frame where she's surprised because she never meant to kill you in the first place. No matter how much it seemed like she was trying. She just couldn't bring herself to do it. But if it accidentally happens, she's extremely shocked.
Boss, you killed a child? Amazing! That's why you're the best, boss.
But in any case, if you fought her through mercy, she eventually gives up on trying to fight you. Telling you that you should never come back to the ruins, should you decide to leave. And for good luck on your journey. However, if you killed her, fought her through violence, she tells you that she still cares for you somewhat. She is still calling you her child before dying. Win or loot, violence or mercy, you still pass through the ruins door. Not before one more thing from Flowey. He has his stupid little commentaries, giggles, and then either mocks you for killing her or mocks you for sparing her. But in either case, you proceed to the snow forest. Now here, the game starts, for real for real. And fun fact, if you look in the bush if you look in the first bush, the moment you get out of the ruins, you can actually see that there's a camera in there. Someone's watching you, huh? You must be popular. But in any case, you start proceeding through, until you notice someone's following you. And they keep following you. Once you make it to the bridge, this mysterious assailant finally shows up and tells you to give him your hand, asking you if you know how to greet a partner. And the moment you reach out to shake his hand, a whoopee cushion activates, and it's everyone's favorite.
It's me, Sans. Sans the Skeleton. Nice to meet you.
He tells you that he's supposed to be on the lookout for humans, but he really doesn't give a shit in finding one. He's like,
I'm gonna be real with you, kid. I really don't give a fuck.
not in that language, of course, but, you know, creative liberties and all that. But in any case, now that we're here, everything is just more like, well, Sans. He tells you that his brother, though, he's really a human hunting fanatic, and you should be on the lookout for him. Actually, there's a conveniently shaped lamppost, which you hide behind. And you're introduced to his brother, the illustrious Papyrus. Now, Papyrus takes his job maybe a little too seriously. The puzzle fanatic and human hunting expert he is, though, he somehow doesn't detect you behind a conveniently shaped lamp. Oh well. Good for you. Then they have a bit of back and forth banter, before Papyrus finally caves in and leaves. Dan's initially a little more happy, but then he notes that his brother's been feeling a little down lately. So he wants you to work with him in order to cheer him up, make him think he's captured a human. You go about the snowed-in forests, meeting so eccentric things, finding there's an entire fucking unit of dogs that are guards, and just generally having a grand old time. Oh yeah. Oh, I've got some good emotes, don't worry. I might as well doodle them. Oh yeah, that one's getting production, huh? That's a different red. That's interesting. So, now that you're out in the underground with the Skeleton Brothers, you have a bit of fun. Papyrus ends up finally figuring out you're there, and he's like, "Oh my god, is that human?" And, you generally cheer him up a lot more than he used to be. You indulge him in all his puzzles, all his fun stuff. Or, if you're a fucking bloodthirsty murderer, you kinda end up blowing him off. Sans even notes this. When he goes,
I'd appreciate it if you kept being a human. Or, pretending to be one.
and Papyrus doesn't even recognize he was a human at first. Oh, it's so strange. How, one different little choice in how you fight changes an entire story like that. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, either way, you go through slowly, either cheering up Papyrus or just blatantly blowing him off, basically. You kind of make him feel down. But keep trekking on. Gotta reach Snowden at some point. Not before Sans tells you, if you're a bloodthirsty murderer, that you might have a particularly unenjoyable time with him. But yes, these are the two siblings that tell you, "Welcome to the underground.
How old your balls?
If you wanna look around."
Give us your balls.
However, if you're not murdering people, he really enjoys it. He enjoys having your company, he enjoys trying to catch you. Those silly little antics. If you are on the genocide route, however, you might notice that a couple of the puzzles are already solved for you. Ain't that weird? A little freaky. Oh well. In any case, you trek on. Oh god. Telling this entire story really fucking wears you out, huh? In any case, I might have to raise the point redeem on this one because this shit is tiring, actually. Like, you can easily net 500 in a week, but Jesus, I might have to go to like 10,000 straight. This shit is tiring. So you go through. I might actually stop for a second just to keep going through this. So, we're here at the underground. Give us your balls. But, okay, so. We're going through for blowing Papyrus off, or, generally being a decent person. And once you get to Snowden, either things are already on edge, as most of the citizens in the genocide run have excavated and left the town, and if you go into the shop, you find a note telling you not to hurt the shopkeeper's family. There's nobody around, Snowden. So lonely, ain't it? However, if you're on the pacifist route, everybody's there and having a grand old time. You buy shit from the weird shopkeeper who never shows up again. You can talk to a little monster kid, who is the only kid left in the person left in the village if you're doing genocide. And, in particular, once you've talked to everybody, you eventually have to fight Papyrus. And you kinda beat him. You can either flirt with him or beat the shit out of him. If you flirt him, then he tells you can go on a date after your fight. If you fight him with violence, you fucking kill him. Beheading him, and he's still the only person who thinks you're worthy of being a friend, even in death. Papyrus really is a real one. Till death. I'm gonna take a quick split, because if you went pacifist, you can actually go have a date with Papyrus. And it seems all fun and dandy. There are a lot of incidents like this, actually. And it's all fun and games. On the genocide route, it's not so fun. It's kind of depressing, actually. Yeah. But, back on track. Now we head into Waterfall, which is certainly a place. You'll learn a lot about the lore and thoughts of monsters in here. You eventually learn about the war again. You learn a lot about how monsters feel. You get pranked once by Sans if you didn't kill Papyrus. Because if you did kill Papyrus, Sans disappears for the rest of the game. No matter what kind of route you're on, neutral or genocide. So, at that point, now that we're here, things start to vary wildly. It's calming and relaxing in Waterfall if you haven't killed anything, but if you're a bloodthirsty murderer, it's very depressing. And even your little icon that starts when you get into a battle changes to be a smiley face rather than an exclamation mark. So continuing on this path, either path we take, we end up at Waterfall either way. You eventually end up having to deal with Undyne, who your initial encounter leads you to having to... you have a lot of initial encounters, actually. And she's, no matter in what situation, she's not exactly particularly pleased with your presence, to say the least, about it all. In particular, she tries to throw spears at you no matter what kind of way you're playing. So that's the thing. And if you didn't figure it out, she is probably the main encounter of Waterfall. But she's not the only big encounter. Oh, I almost forgot about Napstablook. Napstablook, real quick. Napstablook, you found him in the ruins, and that's your first fight with him? Yeah? Yeah, what else can I really say? You kinda... He doesn't even die on genocide, he just... exists, I guess? I don't know. But yeah. So you get chased for a while by Undyne at intervals. You can go find Napstablook's home at some point. Eventually, you gotta jump down and, you know... Oh my god, yeah? We've been here over half an hour and we're still detailing it. So, you know, you eventually go into the trash and you find an old friend, which is the dummy that you used to teach. Or, that Toriel used to teach you about encountering monsters. And it's a little fucking pissed off at you. So it fights you. Or, if you're on genocide, it's really happy for some reason. You can kill it. You can abort the run, or you can kill it. You kinda have to kill it to continue with the run. In any case, you meet up with that weird yellow-ass monster kid from before at some point. And he's like, oh, awesome! You know, I'm gonna follow you. And depending on what you're like, he asks you different questions. Eventually, though, you gotta come face to face with Undyne in both scenarios. Somewhat. But yeah. Eventually, you do get a choice, though, on whether to save the kid, because he's gonna fall. You gotta save him or not. Because if you don't, if you don't help him out, he's not gonna protect you from Undyne. You never actually have to really face her on New Pacifist. If you're being a dick, though, yeah. If you're being a dick, you have to come face to face with Undyne. In any case, if you don't save him. But yeah. Eventually, you know, you never actually have to really fight her, you know? On Pacifist, now that I think about it. You can get into encounters, but you never have to, like, brawl with her. Because eventually, your last encounter with her leads you to, if you're not gonna beat the shit out of her on Genocide, which you can do. Because once you try to attack the Monster Kid on Genocide, she jumps in the way to save him. I've been doing it. Yep, I'm still fucking going. The Monster Kid jumps. The Monster Kid gets saved by Undyne on the Genocide route. Because you try to attack them. However, the roles are reversed on Pacifist because they save you from her for a while. Then you go and leave to Hotland, or on the Pacifist, at that point, your last encounter with her is right before Hotland, where she fucking chases you down. And eventually she passes out because she's a fish in a fucking lava land. And to make sure you're on true Pacifist, you have to go splash some fucking water on her. Because she is passed out. She's dehydrated as fuck. And if you splash the water on her, you basically help her and save her. But on Genocide, you are on Genocide. Your last encounter with her would be on the bridge. And you think you kill her in her first form before she gathers enough determination, the power you've been using to save. A power which before was held by Flowey. Oh yeah, I did mention that. Flowey, eventually accrued enough of what was known as determination to go and save and load just like you do as a protagonist. And also, you know what, we'll mention that when we get to that. So, you eventually make it to Hotland. You meet a couple interesting people here, most notably Alphys, who is the current royal scientist, and who developed a fucking robot named Metaton. Metaton is a hoot, let's say. He's an interesting one. Used to be Ghost, actually. You find that out later, but for now, you know he's a relatively famous celebrity in the underground. As a big entertainer, he doesn't usually have a lot of time for you. And, he has his couple fair share of antics. You gotta defuse bombs, you gotta go fly with a jetpack up to get some ingredients on a cooking show before he fucking uses you as an ingredient. Which he says was in jest, or he doesn't have enough time to finish. You perform a musical with him, and a relatively small part from Papyrus's little segment, where he gives you a puzzle that comically fails, Metaton uses on you, but succeeds. So you actually have to remember a whole bunch of shit. What firewalls close it on you? A lot of antics take place on pacifist and neutral. Oh my god. That's sneeze. Oh god. Okay. Back to Undertale. Yeah, okay, I need water. Okay, let me drink. That's better. So, now, Dr. Alphys is an interesting one. You know, she's shy and she has a crush on a fucking fish. Now, depending on what route you're choosing, she either shows up or she doesn't. Because Alphys... Oh, because Undyne mentions on genocide before she dies. In her... In her Undyne the Undying form, which is what happens, is her second phase, she tells you everybody's already being taken to a safe place away from you. But I guess something happened. No. One monster in particular decides never to go and holds up everybody. And they are the entire reason why you are able to still access and kill the rest of the underground. Which is kind of funny once you think about it a little. But so we're back on Pacifist's Hotland. Do you make it through all these kooky little things? Do you learn with Dr. Alphys about her stuff? She sure is interesting, I'll tell you that much. You know? On to that, though. Eventually you make it to the Metaton Resort. And before you go... Oh, you actually meet up with a couple of other characters again. You see a lot of other stuff. First, before that, in the very beginning, there's this inconspicuous little spider bake sale. You can either buy something from not from it. And it all leads to this moment with a little character named Muffet, who was a Kickstarter backer. And so you have to fight her. Or you still fight her on genocide. But either if you did buy something from the spider bake sale, you can end the fight early. That's a fun fact. And in any case, yeah, that's... Muffet really doesn't do much else. I don't think she's ever really important that much. She was a Kickstarter boss, okay? In any case, after that fiasco, you actually get up to Metaton as well. After traversing through Hotland. A lot of Hotland. Now, initially, you only have to deal with the first form, but with Alphys' advice, you distract him, flip the switch on his back, and instead of shutting him down, he turns into Metaton Neo. Or no, Metaton EX. Metaton Neo is for later. Metaton EX. That's where you learn that Metaton is related to Napstablook, the ghost I mentioned earlier, in some form, where he feels genuinely distraught over when he drops a phone call as one of those viewer call-ins. There is also Well, it's less heavily hinted and more told to you with the subtlety of a shotgun to your face. The Papyrus is a big fan of Metaton. And other fun details like that. But eventually, you either beat the shit out of Metaton EX, or you spare him. In which case, Metaton EX explodes like a fucking Metal Gear 3 boss. Go figure. So, once you're done there, you start to go all the way to Hotland. Or, you're done with Hotland. Instead, you go through the core. Now, the core... interesting, quaint little place. But, on the genocide route, let's flip gears for a second. It's deathly serious. And instead of fighting Metaton EX, you fight Metaton Neo, famous for its high defenses, according to a small little Tumblr sexy man. And, well, you beat him in one shot. That's the joke. That's it. That's the joke. You fucking beat Metaton Neo in one shot. And you move on to the core. I feel my tongue. Ugh. Hold on, I need a break to drink some fucking water. Oh, no, wait. I accidentally went too early in. The end of the core is where you fight Metaton. Fuck. For some reason, I always think you fight Metaton before the core. But no. Fucking... no, you fight fucking Muffet and you have encounters with Metaton. That's about it. Ugh. But anyways, actually, here's a fun thing before we get into death genocide time.
Yeah. Oh my god. Fuck.
Actually, that comes later, right? You have to beat the game for that one. Okay, so... yeah, you have to beat the game at least once to get True Pacifist. But... you're in True Pacifist. In True Pacifist, I'll detail what happens when you go through the game first run, and then you can reload a save, and then go back and do the other stuff for Pacifist. So, what happens here, you hotland on Genocide, and then you do the shit I said, then you go through the core. No fun antics with Metaton, though, in Genocide. But you go through the core, and on Pacifist, I already detailed what happens, and I already detailed what happens on Neo. But if I remember correctly, the core is the last thing between you and New Home. And New Home is where you get the details of everything that I've been telling. A lot of things that I've been telling about for Undertale. They tell you the story of Asriel and the first human. Or, if you're on Genocide, Lowy tells you about the story between him and the first human. And then, you know, that's really it. This is basically your victory lap, no matter what type of version of the game you're playing. If you're playing Genocide or Pacifist. This is the victory lap. I wouldn't say that much, actually. But I'm gonna go through Pacifist first, because Genocide's considerably shorter. I'm gonna go through Pacifist, not True Pacifist. I'll take care of that after Genocide's done. But you go, and you fight. You go to the last corridor, and you fight Asgore. before you do that, no, I mentioned the last quarter. You go to New Home, New Home, and you go through a recollection of Home, Horiel's home, which is, I mean, yeah, it's a cute reference. Yeah, that's it. And it's also like, God damn it, Asgore. Still can't let her go. But on Pacifist, you're judged by Sans in the last corridor, who's been showing up the entire game, performing funny little things. But here he judges you. Now, we're taking this as we did Pacifist, so he tells us that we were doing good. Because LV stands for, or love, actually stands for level of violence. And that EXP is execution points. And that's the reason you never earn EXP or levels from Pacifist. Is because you would need to get it, you would have to kill. And if you killed even one thing, you can't do true Pacifist on that save file. You'd have to reset. Down here in the underground, however... How long until the playlist? Okay, the playlist is doing alright. Actually, if you go and talk to him enough times, reload the last corridor save enough times, go and talk to him, he actually gives you the key to his room. It's kind of wild. But it's a fun little detail. But in any case, you keep going, and you eventually meet with Asgore. And you eventually have to fight him, because you want to escape, break the barrier, go home. And Asgore's fight, he breaks your mercy meter. You have to fight him. You can't do anything else. You know? You can't do it. Nothing else you can do. So, after you defeat Asgore, he lays down there, and eventually, a certain funny little flower ends up killing him. That's right, it's that fuckstick Flowey. Because Asgore was kind enough to show you the 6 other human souls, he made the grave mistake of letting fucking Flowey have access to it to them all. And he becomes the infamous Photoshop Flowey. Now, Photoshop Flowey is a very different beast. Because now, he's taking your game. He's taking over your game. He breaks your save, because now he's got enough determination again to save. And load, just like you've been. It's one hell of a fucking fight. You gotta deal with his little gimmicks of being able to save and reload. Just as you've been doing. So eventually you do beat him. Because the souls all rebel against him and help you. And, well... after that point... you have the option to spare or kill him. If you spare Flowey, he calls you a fucking idiot. And if you kill him, well... he never shows up again for the rest of your playthroughs. Not another neutral. You would have to do a true pacifist run for him to show up again. Anyway, speaking of true pacifist, we'll be getting to that shortly, because now let's get to the way you do it in Genocide. And in Genocide, you end up fighting Poop. Instead of in the last corridor on a Genocide run, you enter, and instead of being judged by Sans, you have to fight him. And here's one fun fact. You can find equipment that gives you 99 defense and 99 attack in New Home if you're playing Genocide. Unfortunately, it has literally no use in the final fight. There is an optimal equipment set for Sans, but the 99 attack and defense items you get are literally useless. Just thought it's a fun fact. And anyways, after beating the shit out of... Sans is pretty tough. We all know the fight. We all know the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. How he attacks first, yada yada. It tells you that he knows about timeline jumping. All that. But you eventually finally get him. You go down, and you one-shot Asgore. Flowey himself is worried, because he knows that you're coming for him next. And you do. You fucking kill him. Now, I'll tell you what happens there after we revert to true pacifist. So, after the Photoshop Flowey fight, you can, if you reload and you've done everything perfectly fine, you can actually do something else, which is necessary to get to true pacifist. So, oh god, I need water after this, holy shit. I need so much water after this, holy shit. So anyways, fucking hell. But yeah, so you go back to Waterfall, and Papyrus is there. And so you can enter her house and do fun stuff there. You know, it's fun. Didn't help. Water. But yeah. So you can give a letter to Undyne. No, Undyne gives you her letter that she wants you to deliver. Afterwards, and then you put Undyne and Alphys on a date. That's fun. And then finally, you get to the big part I didn't mention about Alphys earlier, which is the true lab, which is underneath her lab. So Alphys experimented with trying to revive monsters through determination, like you have. But determination is incompatible with monsters. Which is real funny. Because Undyne the Undying uses determination to become Undyne the Undying. Which is why she melts away after you defeat her, because her body can't handle it. However, humans can handle determination. And Alphys tried to bring back monsters who were quote-unquote fallen down, which is an affliction that's kinda like death, but for monsters. And as though she tried, she eventually ended up creating mutants, which are called amalgamations. And you can see that in their designs, because they're all mishmashes of other monsters together. But anyways, you know, you go through the true lab, and you get taken a new home. Ugh. Yeah, now that you're out of the true lab. Well, you know, it's time for the final fight. So you go to the barrier again, and then everybody shows up and helps the protagonists not have to fight Asgore at all. And everybody's hunky-dory, and then the stupid flower shows up. And he absorbed every monster in the underground except one. But after absorbing almost every monster in the underground, all the souls of them, he reverts to his true form. Or he turns into his true form. Asriel, the god of hyperdeath. Yes, I know that's a stupid fucking name, but Asriel's a little child. So, what happens here? Oh, fucking no. So, now that we're here, we fight Asriel. You bring back the memories of the first human. Make him realize that the first human is finally gone. And here's a fun fact. If you get to 0 in this fight, your health, your soul fucking reforms. You just got enough determination now. But yeah. Eventually you have to save all your friends, because Asriel becomes too strong to defeat by yourself. So you save all your friends from Asriel? And, you know. Here we are. This is actually where we all find out the canon name of the protagonist is actually Frisk. And that in the beginning, you named the first fallen human. You didn't name the seventh fallen human. You named the first. Oh god, I need water. But yeah. Now that it's all over, you can interact with all of the rest of the underground. You can even talk to Asriel, who's gonna stay behind in the underground because, you know, he wants to repay for what he's done. And then everybody goes to the surface, and oh, that's fun. That's it. Da 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 da. But yeah. Now here's a fun thing. And then there's the post-credit scene where you can either stay with Toriel, or you can go out on your own and have fun. And you can also reset everything. You know, that's the truest reset. You can reset almost everything about this game. However, now we get to genocide. And we're finally here. This is the last thing I'll talk about, where once you finish genocide, you get greeted by the first human. And the first human asks you if you want to reset the world. Or no, not yet. Or to go back. After, fucking killing you. Like, actually, the fucking first human just kills you, straight up. Then you come back to the game, and you're asked if you want to trade everything. You're to get everything back and reset the game in exchange for your soul. And here's the fun thing. If you choose to reset the game, go back, sell your soul to the first human, your true pacifist endings will actually change. To remind you that you sold off your soul. But, in any case, I might have missed some details, but that's the story of Undertale. Can I go get some water? I think I've earned it. I'm gonna be back. Ugh. Christ in heaven. That was convincing enough. I'm gonna go change that reward amount now. Because holy fucking shit. Data dashboard. Hero Wars. I didn't think Undertale would take that long. Let me severely change that. It's over. Holy shit. Probably missed a few things, but I think the next recount I do, if I, ever have someone redeem that fucking thing again. I should also put that on a major cooldown, too, now that I think about it. Like, a major cooldown. Like, a significant cooldown. Limit redemptions per stream. Limit it to one redemption per stream. And we're going to make a bit cooldown 7 fucking days. Thanks, Bob, for making me realize I made a mistake with that reward. Jeez, I underestimate how short people can get like 1,000 or so points in just a little while. Never again. Took so much out of me, holy shit. I didn't think having to recount Undertale would phase me that much, but there's genuinely a lot to go over. Especially with the bits about Asgore and Toriel at the beginning. Like, things would be a little shorter if I didn't have to recount the war between humans and monsters. there's any I want to finish, emotes I want to finish tonight, this one's definitely a contender. What I could fucking go for right now, just, I don't know why, I just want some fucking Korean food. Oh, I accidentally looped the fucking music. Oopsie. This one's a fun one album. Ugh, God, my fucking throat. Jeez. Might have gotten some of the lore wrong, but hey, you know, next time, I can fix that. I did catch the fact that I keep forgetting that Mettaton is not fought in fucking Hotland, he's fought in the core. He's always felt like way more of a Hotland fight to me, I don't know. Maybe that's because that's where you first meet him? Well, technically, you could argue you first meet him in Snowdin Forest, because there are people who theorize that he was the computer that Papyrus used to make the puzzle that failed comically. And because he says, you know the rules already for it, which implies that you knew that you heard the rules that Papyrus told you about said trap. So, you know, it's a big old thing. Nothing serious, just some fun fandom stuff. It's a cool theory. It's got a lot of background to it. Well, I say a lot, but really it's just... Hey, did you know that he probably shows up here? When you marry him? before you even meet him. Blech. Shit, having to retell all of Undertale really does drain you out. Wow. And that's perfect with these eyebrows. I amuse myself a little too easily for some reason. Maybe I should make them bigger. You should let some of the other forms have the spotlight for a bit. A couple of these are still in the line, still in the sketch form, so I can easily modify them. I should probably put more in the fucking... I'll probably redo some of the end screen ones for them. Okay, those get to stay. Those are already done. Modify that one, I'll modify the click ones. Wonderful. No idea when I would ever use this. I'm gonna keep it around as a thought, though. Probably use this one. This one seems fun. No, wait, I usually wait to form. I'm gonna wait to finish up the face here before I form the rest of them. The head? Usually it's easier once all those are in place. That's just my personal thoughts on it. It becomes way easier to position those things when you get facial features in. I'm gonna do a couple of the older ones with the different, versions. I might do that on my own though. And it's getting to 1 a.m. Huh. The original post would be kind of weird if it was like this. Maybe more like that. Jeez, that Undertale bit really did fucking drain me. Holy shit. Christ almighty. I'm probably... We still got 20 minutes left. I'm gonna run through the rest of the album and see how I feel. We either end it, or we keep going. Come on, how could I not do this specific one? It's a reference to fucking Proto Man. And Proto Man is awesome.
Lots of women find me disturbing.
Awesome. I love him. Especially in Ruby Spears. He's fucking stupid and I love him. I'm just a bit stuck on wondering what I should do with this one. Should it be me doing the punching, or...? No, I've been doing the Proto Man theme this whole time. Why drop it now? The rat woman is wearing the sunglasses, so we get to keep that. Keep it a little consistent. Alright, time to give this one real justice. Once I finish this set of them, at least lining them, or if the album, when the album finishes, whichever comes first. It's already coming out a little better than last time. Oops. Fucking great remix. I want to give credit at some... I'm gonna give credit probably in the... Whenever VOD upload comes. Oh. I really like these remixes. You can tell whoever was doing them, the people who did them, put a lot of fucking heart into it. That is a much better looking experience than last time. Maybe I should do the Jetstream Sam Thinking one again. Hmm.
I know your type, tall, dark, and dead. You wanna bite all the petals off of my head, and then eat the brains of the one who planted me here. I'm just a sunflower, but see me power an entire infantry. You like the taste of brains, we don't like zombies. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. We don't want zombies on the lawn. Maybe it's time to reevaluate. I know you have a lot of food on your plate. Brains are quite rich in cholesterol. You're dead, so it doesn't matter. Instead, we'll use the solar power to make a lawn defense at any hour. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. We don't want zombies on the lawn.
I'm wondering that nobody said a thing about Yosuke Soros' new look.
There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. We don't want zombies on the lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. We don't want zombies on the lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. We don't want zombies on the lawn.
You know what? I'll get to the other ones later. I think this is about the end of the fucking album. Fucking need more Proto Man inspired ones. Alas, there's only so many one can make. Oh fuck, I keep looping these things. Alright, no real point in staying around right now. I'm going off. I'm probably still gonna be awake, just, you know, actually doing, just vibing, I guess, until I fall asleep. I can't sleep at like 4 a.m. anymore. And I'm going off. If anyone needs me, you know where to find me. Bye, everybody. See you all another time. And you know what they say?
All toasters, toast, toast.